From its inception to the present day, the Panama Canal has been the backbone of international trade, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans and providing a vital shortcut for global shipping. But how did this engineering marvel come to be, and who controls it? In this video, we'll explore the complex history of the Panama Canal and its vital role in shaping the modern world. Let's go back to the 19th century when constructing a canal through Central America was first proposed. The United States and Great Britain signed the Clayton-Bulwer Treaty in 1850 to prevent conflicts over a proposed passage through Nicaragua. However, the Anglo-American Canal was never built. The French took on the challenge of constructing a canal through Panama, a region of Colombia at the time. Ferdinand de Lesseps, who had made the Suez Canal in Egypt, led the French expedition in 1880. However, the French project failed after 9 years due to yellow fever, malaria, and other tropical diseases, costing nearly 20,000 lives. Despite the setbacks, the United States still had an interest in building a canal in the region. In 1901, the Hay-Pansifo Treaty was signed, revoking the Clayton-Bulwer Treaty and granting the U.S. permission to construct and operate its waterway passage. The U.S. Senate decided to build the canal through Panama, but the Colombian Congress rejected the offer due to unfavorable financial conditions. President Roosevelt sent American warships to Colón and Panama City to support the country's independence. Due to Colombian troops' inability to cross the Darien Strait jungles, on November 3, 1903, Panama declared its independence from Gran Colombia. Philip Varilla, a French engineer who had worked on the earlier de Lesseps Canal project, together with the U.S. Secretary of State John Hay, negotiated a treaty giving the United States a 10-mile wide strip of canal land, a one-time payment of $10 million to Panama, with a $250,000 annual annuity. The U.S. Senate ratified the treaty on February 23, 1904, and entered into force that same day. It marked a significant turning point in the history of the Panama Canal and set the stage for the construction and operation of this man-made wonder. The treaty also granted the U.S. the right to intervene in Panamanian affairs to ensure the protection of the canal and agreed to guarantee Panama's independence. The construction started later that year, took around 10 years, and involved a massive workforce of over 40,000 people. The Panama Canal, which was finished in 1914 and cost over $300 million, stood for the technological and financial power of the United States. Although U.S. control of the canal subsequently caused tense relations with Panama, it was still considered a significant foreign policy success. Depending on each ship's size and cargo amount, tolls are paid to utilize the canal. The Maersk Delis paid a record toll of $250,000 in May 2006, while Richard Halliburton, an American writer and adventurer, paid the lowest toll ever of 36 cents by swimming the canal in 1928. Fast forward to 1977, U.S. President Jimmy Carter and Panama's General Omar Torrijos signed 2 new treaties in response to over 20 years of Panamanian resistance. These treaties superseded the original 1903 pact and requested the transfer of canal authority in 1999. The U.S. Senate approved the Torrijos-Carter treaties on March 16, 1978, and they came into effect the next day. The Panama Canal's transition to complete Panamanian control was a process that involved 2 critical phases. The first step involved the creation of the Panama Canal Authority, which was tasked with overseeing the management and operation of the canal. The second phase of this process was the gradual transfer of canal management from the U.S. to Panama, which was mandated by the Torrijos-Carter treaties. On December 31, 1999, the Panama Canal Authority formally took over control of the operation and management of the canal. This historic transfer marked a turning point in the canal's history and was a testament to the dedication of both the U.S. and Panama in carrying out the terms of the treaties. When the canal was transferred from the United States to Panama, several controversies arose regarding its ownership and management. The 3 main topics of contention in these disputes are tolls, operation, and canal control. One of the most notable legal conflicts was the toll ships had to pay to use the canal. In 2006, several shipping companies sued the Panama Canal Authority, claiming they were being charged excessive amounts. However, the authority won the lawsuit after it went to Panama's Supreme Court, which decided that the tolls were reasonable and complied with international standards. Another legal controversy arose over the management and administration of the canal. In 2009, former Panama Canal Authority employees challenged the organization, claiming it was not managing the canal according to the Torrijos-Carter treaties. However, the Supreme Court once again found that the authority was operating the canal in compliance with the treaties. There were also claims that transferring authority from the U.S. to Panama was illegal or unconstitutional. However, these disputes were settled through the legal system each time. The courts upheld the power transfer's legality and the Panama Canal Authority's right to run and manage the canal. Since taking over the canal, the Panama Canal Authority has made significant investments in its infrastructure and has effectively managed its operations. As a result, the waterway continues to play a vital role in international trade and business, connecting the world's major trade routes and facilitating the movement of goods between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. After a national referendum in 2006, over 70% voted for expanding the Panama Canal. The cabinet followed suit and approved a $5.2 billion plan to increase the canal's size to accommodate modern ships better. The expanded canal, which opened in 2016 after a lengthy construction program, has exceeded all expectations. It has provided a bigger capacity for freight and shown its environmental leadership by prioritizing water conservation and reducing carbon emissions. Neo-Panamax ships can now pass the third lane of the Panama Canal thanks to the Cocoli and Agua Clara locks. Over half of the ships passing through are massive container ships, followed by natural gas carriers. More than 90% of the LNG fleet in the world can now pass via the Panama Canal, opening a whole new world of possibilities for American LNG producers to export natural gas to Asia at affordable prices. The canal expansion doubled capacity, supporting larger ships and managing more traffic. But the Panama Canal Authority is exploring other ways to enhance the canal, such as using cutting-edge technologies and adopting best practices in operations and maintenance. The canal is open to ships from all countries, regardless of their goods' origin or destination, thanks to international agreements that govern its neutrality. But the impact of the canal goes beyond just saving ships time and danger of traveling around South America's southernmost point. It has played a significant role in Panama's economy, turning it from a predominantly agricultural nation into a thriving commercial powerhouse, and its impact is worldwide. The Panama Canal has revolutionized how we transport goods and raw materials between the two coasts of the Americas and has increased trade between Asia and the Americas as well. With its strategic location and up-to-date infrastructure, the canal's neutrality and accessibility to ships from all nations will ensure its sustained significance in the future. Thanks for watching, and remember to leave your thoughts and comments below. And if you found this video valuable, make sure you hit the subscribe button. See you in the following video.